It's just one of the best grills ever. Wow, that's the best looking motor I've ever seen in one of them.
That's serious.
Oh yeah. Hi, I'm Dennis Gage and welcome to My Classic Car. Well, this week we're in Daytona Beach Shores for the Day of the Duels car show. This is held at a drive-in church that's been going since the 50s. Wildest venue I think I've ever seen. But some awesome cars, man. So let's get around and check out some of these Daytona Beach Shores rides. Wow, that's nice, man. I want this car. Respect the stash. Respect that stash. Is that a 62?
Yes.
I always love the taillights on those cars.
Oh, yeah.
John, great to see you, man.
Hey, you too, Dennis. Thanks for coming.
Yes. You told me this was a cool show.
Yeah.
You weren't lying.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it is.
You got a lot of cars here today. You got to be 650.
Yeah, that's easy. The first 4 shows, we raised more than $35,000 for the 2 charities involved.
Right.
It's a great event.
And this is the 5th?
This is the 5th.
Well, now, you know, what a beautiful day down here in Daytona Beach Shores. But this is the Day of the Duels show. What is that? What's the Day of the Duels?
The Day of the Duels is the qualifying races for the Daytona 500.
Okay.
Since the beginning at the Speedway, 1959, they started to run them on Thursday afternoon. It was a tradition. 5 years ago, they moved them to nighttime. Rita and I, my wife, we organized a show.
You know, people came out for it on a Thursday.
Well, you know, most of the people in our hobby are retired.
Well, exactly. I mean, if you're going to do a Thursday show, do it in Florida.
And that's what's nice about that is 90% of these spectators are from out of town.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
here for the races,
and
they don't have anything to do on
and you
Thursday
give them something
afternoon.
else to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
So they love it.
What an interesting venue. This is a drive-in church. It used to be a drive-in theater, correct?
It was a drive-in theater. In 1948, a preacher started to preach here on Sundays. And in 1953, he bought it. And it's 12 plus acres. It goes from the ocean to the intercoastal waterway.
That's prime real estate. That is prime real estate.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's a cool show. And man, I'm telling you, I've seen some wild stuff here. Just really crazy stuff. What do you say we get around and check a few of them out?
Sounds good.
All right, let's do it,
great
man.
to having you.
Well, John, I'm a sucker for Studebakers, you know.
Yeah.
So this is a Studebaker.
Yeah, it's an old one too.
It's an old one. It's a 1924, right?
Yep, 1924 Big 6 ambulance hearse.
I've never seen one like this. This thing is just amazing. It's huge.
It is big.
I mean, how tall is this thing?
It's about 9 feet tall.
I mean, it's huge, and it looks pretty original.
It is. It's very original. It's very low mileage because it was an ambulance, and they don't have they don't work on you in the vehicle. They just get you there.
Right, right.
And that's why it's an ambulance hearse. If you're alive, it's an ambulance.
If you're dead, well,
it's a hearse.
So, I mean, like all this is original, like these lenses and everything?
Yeah, that's a Liberty lens it says on it. They're fluted lens. It's a Boyce motor meter. It's actually twisted, so when I can look at it, like a twisted thermometer, I can see the temperature work.
You can actually see it.
Oh, it works beautiful.
So this was a movie vehicle?
Yep, it was a movie vehicle. It was donated to Warner Brothers. The first movie I've got is 1931. James Cagney rode in it. Errol Flynn.
Errol Flynn?
Joey Brown, the old comedian, was driving it in 2 or 3 movies.
Are you kidding me?
Pat O'Brien was riding on a running board.
So, I mean, this is what it looked like in, well, of course, nicer in 24, but I mean, nothing changed, eh?
No, this is it. This is original horsehair interior, you know, and what's left of it. And
so, how's it? Doesn't even look like it's attached.
Well, this here is when you drive down a road, they couldn't attach it to the windshield. So this is flexes.
And that's what it's supposed. That's.
Oh yeah, it pops and creaks and paint goes in your eyes and.
Oh, that's got to be exciting.
It's wonderful. This is an old sign that was actually down in here, and the previous owner, I don't think he even knew it, but I slid it up, and that's what we found.
Yeah. Unbelievable. What's she look like in back?
Oh, come on, we'll go take a look.
You know, she even looks a little bit like a stagecoach right here.
Yep, it's got these nice ambulance-style doors. It's got the hooks up there. That's because it was basically could be a military vehicle too back then.
Wow. You know, I can't believe it survived this long because it's wood.
Well, basically, it was in a hangar in Hollywood for probably 50 or 60 years. Dry environment. It's got the nice creaking sound, and you open and close it. Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah, it sure does.
So, what powers it? A big 6?
Come on, I'll show you. It's got.
All right, let's look at it.
This engine's 354 cubic inch flathead 6. The connecting rods are almost a foot long. On top of the engine, you know it's big because it actually says it.
It says big right there.
Right on the cylinder, and it's a big 6.
Big
Yep.
6. Updraft carburetor.
Yeah, ball and ball updraft carburetor. She starts right up, fires
Does it?
right up. Yeah.
Can you fire it?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
We'll get her going.
That
There we go.
that 6-volt start. Whoa. Hey, she runs great.
Look at that baby idle.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's like,
Beautiful. 1924 Studebaker Big 6 ambulance / hearse.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
John, this thing's beautiful.
It's been fun. Thanks very much.
It's been real fun. And
I love it.
it dances.
I love everything about it.
Thanks, man. So, Bill, this one caught my eye. 65, right? 65, Belvedere 1.
Belvedere 1.
I mean, these things were sort of showroom to strip cars, weren't they? Right to the drag strip.
Yes, they were.
And so with the A990, what, you didn't get a back seat?
You didn't. What you see just like this is the way it would have come.
That's what you got. Now, is that a fiberglass scoop on it?
That's fiberglass.
And would this have been a stock color for 65?
This is the original color.
It is. What'd they call that?
Sky blue.
Sky blue. Is that a reproduction grill on there? Or?
No, that's the original grill.
Because that's awful delicate aluminum. I think your wheel combination's interesting. You got the, basically steel wheels in back and then some, American Racing or something up front?
Show my age, don't I?
Because that's how they did it, right?
That's how they did it.
And then, like I said, no back seat. The front seats were like van seats or something, weren't they?
Yeah, those are Dodge A100 van seats.
And it's just a stock dash. I mean, that's just the 65 dash.
That's all it was.
Column shifter, wouldn't?
It's actually a manual shifted automatic. You have to shift it.
And they came as a manual shift automatic?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it's beautiful. I love it. It's just so straight. And these things look so intimidating anyway. There's something about them that just looks, it just looks mean.
Can you imagine what the kids think, and it's a powder blue car
Yeah.
with that engine?
And speaking of that engine, that impressed me earlier. You had the hood open. Let's go look at it.
Okay. How's your heart?
It's in love. That's what it is. That is amazing. That's what I'm talking about. I saw this earlier and I went, wow. So what are we looking at? 426 Hemi, right? But with all sorts of goodies.
Everything.
What all's in it?
Okay, well, it's a Mopar production block. It's got a Callie's crank in it, standard stroke. It's got Ray Barton connecting rods in it. It's got Ross pistons in it. It's got a crane roller in it. It's got a Pete Jackson gear drive in it. The intake is an original 65 magnesium intake, modified by Arlen Venke. Cylinder heads came off of a super stock AH car, highly modified. It's a handful.
I'm telling you, man, that is a beautiful car. So 65 Plymouth Belvedere 1, 426 monster engine. It was the A990 package, tribute A990.
Yep.
What do you say fired up? It shook the ground.
Everybody says that, but it feels like an earthquake.
It shook the ground. Man, Harry, I just love this car. I saw it and I went, wow, I'm not even sure what it is. It's probably 61, right?
61.
Merc Monterey Convertible. Mm-hmm. I have never seen one.
They're rare.
I mean, the lines on this car are just beautiful.
They are.
It looks a little bit of Thunderbird.
Yes.
It's got a little bit of that swoop of
Yes.
Thunderbird in the back quarter.
It's a forgotten marquee.
Oh, and a two-door. I
Yes.
mean, my goodness. Is this the original color?
Yes, so that's the
what they call
original
it?
factory color. It's a turquoise. At home, I have all the factory manuals with all the color palettes and what have you.
So this two-tone wasn't...
It wasn't an option at that
Is that
point.
right? Because, man, it sets the car off. This thing looks loaded, too. Is that factory air in this car?
No, that's not.
Is that an add-on?
Here in Florida, I had vintage air. It just got too hot.
But it's beautiful. And I love these fins, too.
Yeah,
This is where I get a little bit of T-Bird in it, I think.
Yeah,
But distinctly Merc in the taillights.
Lincoln Mercury in the rear end.
Yeah, and boy, this is nice, too. Is that like all kind of...
Is
it screened?
Yes, silk screened.
I mean, it's just stunning. I bet every show you go to, you're the only 61 Merc Monterey. Wow. So 390 power probably?
Yes, 390.
Let's go look at it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, wow, jeez. That looks brand new. And the gold valve covers, the gold air cleaner?
Yes. Various sizes of the engines had different valve covers and air cleaner covers.
Harry, it's stunning.
Yes.
I absolutely love this car. 1961 Merc Monterey convertible, just a gorgeous car. Harry.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing it out,
Thanks,
man.
Dennis. I enjoyed it.
Richard, man, this is a sweet car.
Thank you very much.
This
Thank you.
is just, man, these Packards are beautiful cars, but this is what, a
32,
32.
commonly known as a shovel nose.
Man, this just makes this car. That grille is stunning. So what model is this?
900 Light 8.
900 Light 8.
Correct.
Now that the sun's out, holy cow, what is this paint?
Well, I custom mixed it.
Now there's an awful lot of flake in there. Is it?
All pearl, no metallic.
Oh, it's pearl. Wow,
All pearl.
no kidding. Holy cow. The car came with these monster headlights, and then are these what, driving lights?
Those are trip lights.
Trip lights. Wow, and I mean, just the whole front end, this pan and everything, it's just, this is really Art Deco elegance, isn't it?
That defines a car.
It really does, and of course the Packard hood ornament. And this is the stock height and everything, right?
Correct.
Because she almost looks chopped, doesn't it?
Yep.
And then you obviously, modernize this in every imaginable way, but you've left pretty much a Packard layout, right, on the dash?
That is exactly the way the dash is, just different gauges in it.
And then you've got all the modern conveniences up above with your stereo.
Correct. Yep.
Holy
CD player.
And it's at least 3 different leathers here.
Yeah, there's 10 cowhides.
10 cows, huh?
Correct.
That's a lot of cows.
That's a lot of cows.
Wow. And then back to the trunk rack,
That
right?
is a trunk rack,
That's
yes.
where you put your trunk.
I do. I have the original trunk, but today I left it off.
And I've always loved these taillights that, stick out there. This thing is just gorgeous. Now, you've done everything to this. I'm sure you've done the engine. Let's go have a look at it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, that's kind of nice. That went up real nice.
Gas operated.
Ooh, that is not a Packard Straight 8.
That is a 454 Chevrolet.
Well, that's much different.
365 horsepower.
Wow. That is pretty tight in there.
Real tight.
What's the transmission?
Turbo Hydromatic 400, 9-inch Ford rear end.
So this must just be a dream.
Perfect.
Man, oh man, oh man. 1932 Packard 900
Light 8.
Light 8 with a 454.
Better known as a shovel nose.
Shovel nose, and hence the shovel nose.
Correct.
Hey, thanks for bringing it out.
Thank you.
That's a gorgeous car, man.
Thank you.
Richard, I've always loved Isettas. They're such funky little cars.
Yeah, very
but
unique.
This one's really, really in nice shape. I mean, did you do the restoration on it?
Wife and I, we
Really?
spent about 3 years in our garage, every nut, bolt, wire.
And of course, I think the coolest feature of the Isetta is how you get into it.
It actually is pretty easy access.
So that the whole thing comes up with the steering wheel. Is that your gear shift over on your left there?
Yes, and what makes it more difficult is normally you have first, second, third, fourth.
Yeah.
It's just the
It's
opposite.
a reverse H?
Yes. When I have a tendency to grind them gears and look down there, that's second.
Gee. Was this all they came with for the front end protection?
The U.S. model with exported here, they added the Nerf bars, and they put larger headlights to make them street legal for the U.S.
So the Euro ones didn't even have the Nerf bars?
No.
Whoa!
No.
And with these, you're always the first one to arrive at the scene of the accident, aren't you?
Correct. Yeah, you don't want
You
it
are-
against these modern cars.
Boom! You are right there. They all had this little sunroof, right?
Correct.
And that
It's
opens
actually
up.
escape hatch. Yes. All of them had the sunroof, but if you did something in the front end, there's no way out. You can't fit the windows, so that's your exit.
This was actually the Escape?
Correct.
I did not know that. But here's what's weird about this, and I've never seen one of these. This is actually what, a kind of a convertible?
Correct. Cabriolet. This
Cabriolet,
will
yeah.
fold down.
Oh man. So now this was stock, just not common,
Correct.
right? Nice flow-through ventilation.
Oh, it's no air. And down here in Florida,
You got gets a little toasty in there.
Correct.
Well, now this, you can tell from the back that it's a U.S. model because she's got 4 wheels. The Euros only had 3. They had to put the 4th on for the U.S., right?
Yes.
Now, I actually thought they were closer together than that.
They're still fairly close.
Yeah?
When you go to straddle a pothole, I say, oh no, I forgot.
That's really close, yeah. Now, these had tiny little engines. This was
Correct. It's 300 cc,
can you open it up?
13 horsepower. It is a 4-cycle. It slings the oil.
Oh, right. Early BMW motorcycles did that too.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow. So that's the small block, right?
Yes, very small. It actually was a BMW motorcycle motor that they took. They rotated 180 the cylinder, and they put a heavier duty crank.
And this is what year?
58.
And they made them from
55 to 62.
62.
You know, and I love it just because it's so unique.
Yeah.
You get so much attention. Kids love it.
Oh, totally.
You know, and we really enjoy it.
So, 1958, Isetta Cabriolet, right?
Yes.
Wow, I love this car. Thanks for bringing it out, man.
Thank you. We're pretty proud of it.
As well you should be.
Thank you.
Oh man, the Day of the Duels car show down here at Daytona Beach Shores, Florida is an absolute blast. The Thursday before the Daytona 500, a lot to see. Check it out.